Started on a comfortable cushion or blanket, something to sit on. And once we get started, we're going to bring our hands to our inner thighs and do that little inner rotation. So this little inner rotation is helpful in the way that it helps to articulate your pelvis in this forward, like as if this bowl was pouring forward. This anterior tilt. Yeah. So that the water would fall out of you. So this way it helps us to sit taller and more comfortably when we have to sit for meditation. So if you are practicing sitting on the ground or on a cushion for meditation, do this little inner spiral. And then the other thing is, if you can see my heels, it's not necessary, but if you can, your knees have to come a little bit wider so your heels are in alignment with your pelvis, right at the center here with your pubic bone. And then turn your palms down on your knees and let your chin drop to your chest and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, look to the point of your nose. So we're coming into this new vibration. We're moving from that bridge, the heart center, this path of liberation, this journey of liberation, into the place of our throat, this place of sacred expression, our divine will. So every time we squeeze our chin to our chest, we're activating the throat center. There's also the thyroid here. So we're activating that gland. So when we have anything neck orientated or even jaw, teeth, tongue, lips, ears, this is all connected to the throat center place. Neck pain, shoulder pain, this is connected to the throat center. And in Sanskrit, the throat is called Vishuddha. And then the element of this is ether. So we're moving into these higher realms, if you will. So now this place of divine expression. It's also listening and listening. Listening to, this is developing a clear audience too, but listening to not the thoughts in the monkey mind, but to listening beyond oneself into that realm of the unknown, the unknowable. It's also listening deeply within and then being able to articulate and express that into the world. And it's truly about expression. And they're reminding me that as we sit here together, this expression too is reminding you that you are the divine animated out into the world, a divine expression. So everything we say, we do, any action we take is really this place of divine expression. So hands down the knees, chin to the chest, gazes to the point of the nose, tip of the tongue rests right behind the two front teeth. And as we're in this place, we can gently squeeze chin to chest to get a nice stretch to the back of the head. And then very slowly, we're going to take the head softly side to side. And if you feel like you have like a little like tightness in your neck and your shoulder, when your chin comes to one side, just keep it there to have that little stretch. But you want to keep your eyeball, your ear, your inner ear, your jaw relaxed. And softly going side to side and almost investigating how the back of your neck feels. While you do that, open your mouth gently and lick your lips. Bringing your tongue back into your mouth and again rest it behind the two front teeth. And let your lips relax. Maybe sometimes we like suck them in when we have no lips. So imagine that you are getting ready to kiss someone, so you just let your lips kind of pooch forward, make them all like fluffy, and let them relax. Next time one ear comes to one shoulder, you're going to really bring the ear to the shoulder, and then opposite shoulder, opposite eye, opposite ear, let it relax. Feel the relaxation in the eyeball stretching through your jaw. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And then coming back, chin through the center of our chest. So we come into this place of expression, divine expression, our true self. So under all the layers of everything that you have done this whole entire life, the passages you have taken, there's one underlying truth. The next time your opposite ear comes to your opposite shoulder, stay there. And again, you're going to relax your face, your jaw, your gums, your teeth. Next time the chin comes back to the center of the chest, just stay there. Bring your hands out in front of us. When you turn the palms, so the fingers are going to face towards us. And it's a little bit, we're going to bend the elbows, and then see if you can bring the heels of your palms down and then gently peel them away. So we become a little bit more sensitized to our beingness by spreading the fingers and stretching our arms. Our arms also, that's a place of expression. Last week you said also arms a place of love, hugging. There's also a lot of people talk with their hands, sign language. So let us open our hands. Spread your fingers wide open. And then gently peel them away from the mat. And we're going to make fists, we're going to make circles with the wrists. So what is your true self? Who is your true self? And then go in the opposite direction. So asking yourself, listening, the true self within you. Have you seen you before, that true significant self? And then spread the fingers wide open. Now begin to make the fists again by curling that fingers into the palms. You're going to roll your wrists, your fists towards your wrists. And then we're going to uncurl them and spread the fingers wide. We do that a couple times, spread the fingers wide and then curl the fingers in. So how do you express yourself in life? Do you speak up for yourself? Remembering that throat and solar plexus are connected. Do I express myself how the divine wishes to be expressed through me? Can I truly look at my words and see how I speak in the world? Am I using words that are in resonance with my divine self? Now make circles with your wrists. And then the opposite direction. And then we're going to flick our fingers. You're just activating this place of our hands. And bring interlace your fingers all the way to the webbing and then bring the top of your palms flat like this. And then you do a little like steam engine with your lower arms are going to be parallel as you just roll through your wrists. And then come back. Have you ever looked at your handwriting knowing that your handwriting is an expression of you? The little loopy loops that you do, the direction, the spacing between each letter, spacing between each word, the baseline, really use clever connections. Make sure you go in the opposite direction. And then start to make it a little bit bigger into the arms. You can lift one elbow up, so it's like a little wavy thing, like we're doing this little like wavy thing. And then just let your fingers go and shake them up. And then just like shake at your wrists and your hands very quickly. And then flick each top of the finger a couple of times. And then turn your palms up on your legs. Feel your hands. Begin to roll the shoulders back a couple of times, shoulders up and back. So every time we breathe in, we're breathing in this combination of air and what's creating oxygen and air in our body. And all of this is connected to the atmosphere where we stand and we live in and we breathe in. So this unseen world, this place that's unseeable, but it fuels our body in some way. So it's like us walking on this path of liberation. As we walk closer and closer towards that which is the unknown, which is the divine, we find that liberation within inside of ourselves through our expressions in the world. So as we breathe in, let us breathe in this beautiful color blue. It's like sky blue. You can imagine yourself out in this, wherever you wish to be, in the ocean, you can be in a forest, you can be in a desert. So you look up towards the sky, and the sky is always blue. Obviously during the day, right? Now the shoulders back, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers all the way to the way and pull the knuckles down onto your chin and your chest. And now squeeze chin to chest, keep your hands behind you. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, chin to chest. And do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chin to chest. Chin. Next, chin comes into the chest. Stay there. Bring your hands towards the right side and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Stay there, and then make little circles, half circles with your nose. Feel the space between your ear and your shoulder open up. Bring your chin back towards the center of your chest. Keep the fingers interlaced. Just bring the hands to the opposite side. So left ear to left shoulder, hands to the left side. You're opening the right side of your eye, your ear, your throat, your shoulder. Make little circles with your nose. Make sure you're breathing so deeply in that blue light, that blue sky light. Breathing it into your body, into cells of your body. Bringing everything that it is that you need. Can't see this light, but you know it's there. Every time you breathe in, the body is animated and fueled by the unknown, the unseeable. Take another deep breath. Try to bring the hands back behind you, squeeze into your chest. So you can lift the hands away from your lower spine. And then slowly start to peel the chin up towards the sky. As the chin lifts, release the hands to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, chin comes slowly down towards the chest as the hands float through the sky to the earth. Squeeze the chin to the chest. Straight away, inhaling up, lifting the chin. So we're just articulating like the skull on top of the neck. Opening. Squeezing into your chest. A couple more times. Inhaling, opening, spreading the fingers as wide as they can. Couple more. Inhaling up. This time palms are going to touch flat. Look up towards your hands, palms touch. Biceps are squeezing towards each other. Take another big breath as you can reach to your fingers, sit nice and taller. And then exhale, just float the hands down, touch the third eye, anoint that space. Always knowing that your intuition will always guide you, lead you. And float your hands to your lips, giving them, just pressing in. Knowing that your lips will always speak words of wisdom. And thumbs to the chest, as you know, and that your heart is always filled with love. Big breath in. Exhale, bow chin to chest. And let's take a moment here to set an intention around each of us standing into that place of our divine expression, our truest self. And knowing that from today we can express something out into the world, finding one thing that you know that you can express into the world, be it verbal, be it a drawing, an idea, a picture that you even post on social media as an expression of you, your truest self, writing it down. Gently lift the head, I come to neutral. Release the hands down. We're going to come to a tabletop position. So move your cushion out the way. Hands right under the shoulders, toes point back, and then round your spine. Squeeze the chin to your chest. Stay here and breathe. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to really squeeze the chin towards the chest. Then bring the spine to neutral and just lift your chin. And you pull your heart forward. And then exhale, press into the ground. You puff your back of your heart, squeeze chin to chest. And then bring the spine to neutral as you inhale, but lift the chin. We're going to do that a couple of times as we squeeze chin to chest. And then bring everything to neutral. Just lift the chin. So one more time, squeeze chin to chest. All the breath out. Bring the head to neutral, spine to neutral. Bring the left hand under the heart center. Right hand's going to spiral up towards the sky. Take this right hand, bend the elbow, place the hand behind your spine. Drop your bottom ear to your bottom shoulder. Let your eyeballs relax. Stay here. Bring the hand back up, look up. Then we're going to thread this arm under the body. Squeeze your chin to your chest. Bring the back of the shoulder to the mat. Listen carefully. Press back into your left hand. Reach back up. We're going to do this little twisting table a couple times. Shoulder comes to the mat as you squeeze your chin to your chest. One more time. Reach back up. Bring that arm deeply underneath you. Squeeze your chin to your chest. And I use this left hand press down so you can lift the body a little bit higher and bring that right shoulder even further underneath you. Bring your weight back into that right foot or knee. And use this left hand to press the weight back. Now if you want, you can take this left hand behind your spine if it feels good and find the inside of your right hip. Bring my chin to the chest, back of the shoulder to the mat. You take 3 big deep breaths. Now feel your navel expand with your breath. And everything, let it go. I'll do that 2 more times. Expand with the breath. Let it all go. That's the biggest challenge in life, is letting it all go. Take 1 more big breath. Let it all go. Now use this left hand, bring it back down to the mat. Press firmly to the left hand. Right hand reaches back up towards the sky. Keep the right hand lifted. Drop your bottom ear to your bottom shoulder. Make little semicircles with your nose. Spread the fingers wide on both hands. Take another deep breath. And reach this right hand down towards the mat, straight away around your spine like a cat. Inhale to that cow position, lifting your chin. Exhale, around your spine like a cat, rounding your spine as much as possible. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin, open the throat. Exhale, round the spine like a cat. This time we're going to come to a neutral spine. This time, right hand under the heart center, left hand's going to spiral up towards the spine. Look up. Now bend that elbow if it feels good. Place a hand behind your spine. And drop your bottom ear to your bottom shoulder. Stay there. Soften your eyes, your ears, your mind. Coming back to the flow of your breath. Remembering as we breathe in, we're breathing in that blue sky light. And they're showing it like fractals. You can see it's like mirrors of light being flown into your body, flying in, being drawn in. Take another deep breath. Inhale that left arm up. And now under the body, curl chin to your chest, so you bring the back of the shoulder to the mat. Do that 2 more times. Press into the bottom hand, reach back up. And curl in, chin to chest. 1 more, reach back up. This time arm under the body. Squeeze chin to your chest. And now you can press into this right hand, and so you can take this left shoulder a little bit further underneath the body. Bring your weight back towards that left leg. If you want to, take this right hand behind your spine, otherwise you keep it on the floor. Squeeze your chin to your chest, back of the head onto the mat. So we're opening the back of the shoulder, the back of the head, your neck. Gentle stretch, soften your eyes. And as you breathe in, it looks like these little platelets, these little flying tiny saucers, if you will, of blue sparkly light. And from the ethers, they flow into your body. Each one a reflection of you, a divine reflection of you. Each one bringing your body into animation, animating your divine expression in the world. Take another deep breath. The hands behind the spine, reach it back up, and then down to the mat, and then straight away press into that hand. And that left arm straight up towards the sky, press into the bottom hand, reach it. Chin lightly away from the chest, shoulder blades towards each other, spread the palm. Exhale, that hands comes down towards the mat. Tuck your toes under as you walk your hands back towards your knees. As your hands come and shoulders over the heels, inhale, reach the arms up, lift your chin. Exhale, swing the hands down to the heart center, squeeze chin to chest. And inhale, lift the heart. Hands towards the sky, open the front of the throat. Exhale, hands float down through the auric field into your heart, chin to chest. A couple more times, reach up. Exhale, hands float down, hands to the place of the heart, chin to the chest. 1 more time, reach up. Exhale, hands to the place of the heart center. Stay here, chin to chest, eyes are closed, gazes to the point of the nose. And sometimes we inhale, we begin to lift our hips from the heels, keep the toes tucked under. And then inhale, swing the arms up, reach up. Exhale, take the hands behind the spine, interlace the fingers all the way to the way we pull the knuckles down, press the hips forward. Then you start to peel the chin away from your chest. You open the front of the throat, you don't drop the head back. As if you were leaning over a big beach ball, your head cannot fall back. And press the hips forward. Pull the hands back. A little soft back bend here. Another 2 big breaths here. And one more. Exhale, release the hips to the heels, hands towards the sky, chin to the chest. Inhale, interlace the fingers all the way to where we pull the hands up towards the sky, look up towards the hands. Bend the elbows out towards the side, take the hands behind the head, lean back, open the space in the front of the throat again. Big breath in, big breath out. One more big breath. Exhale, release the hands towards the sky, lift the hips up, point the toes, exhale, hands to the heart center, close the eyes. Listen carefully. Inhale, swing the arms up. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands in front of you into a child's pose position. And lift your head. You're going to slither forward through the grass like a snake. Point the legs back. Inhale, lift your heart like a cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips towards the heels. Inhale, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths here in our first down dog. Move the head gently side to side. Inhale, you can bring the right foot forward, back knee towards the mat. The hands around your front foot, chin to your chest, squeeze. Now inhale, uncurl the chin, lift up the hands towards the sky, look up. Exhale, hands down around the front foot, chin to chest, surrounding your upper spine, squeeze and chin to your chest. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, step the back foot forward. Inhale, come halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale, come up with a straight spine. Hands float towards the sky. Soft back bend here, opening the throat. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands swing up towards the sky and look up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Heart leads head to the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, right foot steps back. Right knee to the ground, hands around the front foot, squeeze your chin to your chest. Inhale, press into your front foot and hands come up towards the sky. Undulating us. Exhale, hands float down around the front foot, squeeze your chin to your chest. Tuck the back toes under, step into a high plank. Take a big breath in here. Then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Ashtanga Namaskar, elbows up, chin on the mat, so you're opening the front of your throat, your bottom's in the sky. Press the legs to straight, roll the shoulders to the ears, press into the hands, find a nice cobra. Bend the knees, bring the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Inhale, keep the hips where they are, swing the arms up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, hands to the place of the heart center. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Keep the hips where they are, swing the arms up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, float the hands forward into a child's pose. Forehead towards the mat. Inhale, as you look forward, slither through the snake, through the grass like a snake, rolling the shoulders towards the ears, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips towards the heels. Inhale, lift the hips high towards the sky, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 big breaths here. Do you want to inhale through the nose? As you exhale, stick the tongue out your mouth, lion's breath. And one more like that, in through the nose. And then stick the tongue as far out the mouth as possible. The sound you go. You step the left foot forward, back knee to the mat, hands around the front foot as you squeeze your chin to your chest. Then as you inhale, press from the bottom foot, hands come towards the sky. Underneath. Exhale, hands down around the front foot, squeeze the chin to your chest. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee up. Step the back foot forward. Inhale, come halfway lift. Exhale, fold and squeeze the chin to your chest. And then inhale, come up with a straight spine, hands float towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the place of the heart. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, hands swing up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, float the hands through the air down towards the mat, head to the knee. Inhale, halfway lift. This time step the left foot back. Back knee comes down towards the mat, chin to the chest, hands around the front foot. And press into the ground. Inhale, hands float towards the sky, under. Exhale, hands down around the front foot, squeeze the chin to your chest. And hands flat. Step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin towards the mat. Ashta Namaskar. Stay here and breathe. So your bottom's up in the air. You're opening the front of your throat. And slither through the grass like a snake, rolling your shoulders up to the ears, press into the ground, lift your heart. Bend the knees, hips to the heels, child's pose. Stay here. Inhale, press into your shins, hands come up towards the sky. Hips stay where they are. Exhale, hands to the heart center, close your eyes. Rest your left palm up in your right, and left palm up in your lap, and right palm on top of that. Tips of the thumbs touch. Roll your shoulders up and back. And lightly bow your chin to your chest, so you're lengthening through the back of your neck. And between that space where your thumbs and your hands, there's a circle right where your thumbs touch, between the fingers. Bring all your awareness to that void, to that emptiness. And through that emptiness we travel. It's like a passage. It's like your throat, wide open. As you breathe in, hear and feel the sound of your breath through the back of your throat. Each person, each individual has a sacred sound to their breath. So hear the sacred sound to your breath. As you hear your own personal sacred sound, listen. Listen more deeply. As you listen, allow the sound of your breath to bring a smile to your face. Knowing that as you entrain your mind upon the sound of the breath, you entrain your mind upon spirit, the inner inspiration within you. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale all the air out through the mouth. You can do lion's breath by sticking out the tongue. Press into the shins. Inhale, swing the arms up towards the sky. Look up. Hook the thumbs. Bring the elbows out towards the sky. Keep pressing the hips forward. Chin away from the chest. Stay here and breathe. Take one more big breath. Exhale, hands swing down towards the earth and then into your heart as your hips come towards your heels. Again, inhale, press into your shins. Lift the hips towards the sky, hands towards the sky. Hook opposite thumb, bend the elbows lightly here. Opening the front of the throat, softening the face, breathing deeply. Take another full breath in here. And then as we exhale, release all of that. Float your hands down through the ether towards the ground, coming back to your heart as you just send your hips to your heels. Hands at the place of your heart, bow chin to chest. So inhale, swing up towards the sky, look up. Keep your hips lifted, hands come to the heart center. And extend the hands out in front of you. You're going to come into a tabletop position. Defy gravity, don't go kadoof. If you defy gravity, tuck the toes under, press into the ground, find yourself in a high plank. And then slowly lift the hips towards the sky. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Open the hip towards the side, bend the knee, and bring your right shoulder and focus down towards the mat again. So if you can lift the right knee higher. Make some circles with your ankles. Spread the toes as you do so. Then extend that leg out straight. Exhale, knee to nose. You can bring your shoulders right over your wrists. So you can touch the knee to the nose. And inhale, swing the leg back up. Exhale, knee to nose so you can touch. Lift your head, step the foot lightly forward, back heel to the mat. And then straight away, inhale, hands come up towards the sky. Warrior one. Take the hands out of T palms up and then pull the hands back. So we're opening this whole front side of the body. Pull the thumbs back. Feel that stretch across your biceps, across your throat. Remember, don't drop the head back. You're lifting the chin. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, turn the palms away from each other. Bring the fingers wide. Take the hands behind the spine. Interlace them all the way to the webbing. Pull the knuckles down. Lift chin away from your chest. Bend into your front knee. Take one more deep breath now. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, float the hands down towards the mat. Lift your back heel. Find yourself in a high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin towards the mat. Ashta Namaskar. Open the front of your throat. Slither forward. Inhale to a cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips towards the heel. Inhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Straight away, inhale, right leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose if you can touch. Step that foot lightly forward. Back heel to the mat. Inhale, you're going to bring your right elbow onto the right knee. Open your back foot like warrior 2 foot in. You don't want to lean all your weight into this front knee. There's a little bit of lightness. Take your top hand, pull the shoulder back, open in the throat. And take this top hand, sweep it over the floor. Thumb's going to come up first. Spread the fingers wide. Use this front elbow to almost outer rotate this front thigh. Turn lightly away from the chest and start to take the hand back, opening the front of the heart, the throat. Another big inhale here. And if you want a little bit of a challenge, float this bottom elbow off the bottom leg. You can extend the arm straight out. Take one more big breath. We're going to inhale, come up. We're going to warrior 2 footing, hands down, and then turn the palms up and pull the knuckles and pull the thumbs back. We're going to take right arm under left, Garidasana arms. Either hold it to your opposite shoulder or you can bind the arms. Press the hands away from your face or your shoulder blades back to the chin of your chest. Listen carefully. We're going to fold forward right in the center of our legs. You're going to keep your legs exactly how they are. Fold down and let your arms hang like a pendulum through your legs. Let the back of your head be nice and long. Keep your feet nice and strong. Take another deep breath. Now press into your feet. Come up with a straight spine. Lifting the elbows up. Turn towards your front knee. Lift up the back heel. Find yourself in a crescent lunge. Exhale, release your hands towards the sky. Slowly float the hands down towards the mat. Find yourself in a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down towards the mat. Bottom up in the sky. Roll the shoulders to the ears. Find your cobra. Lift your heart. Tuck your toes, hips towards the heels. And then inhale, lift the hips high towards the sky. Big breath into the nose. Out through the mouth. Stick out the tongue. And deep breath into the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Stick out the tongue. One more. Find stillness for a moment. Let your head drop down like a pendulum between your arms. Move the head softly side to side, making sure the back of the neck is relaxed. Inhale, right leg up. Left leg up. Bend the knee, open the head towards the side. Find your ankle bone and your foot. Make some circles with your left foot. Forward and back. Back and forward. And inhale, straighten that leg. Then exhale, knee to nose. If you can touch, curl your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, knee to nose. If you can touch. Step that foot forward between your hands. Bring your back foot flat to the mat. So warrior 1 foot in. And then inhale straight up. Hands towards the sky. Big breath in here. Exhale, take the hands at a T. Reach the thumbs back. Open the front of your throat. Find that opening all the way through your arms from the front of your throat. Curling the head back. Take one more big breath. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands behind the spine. Interlace the fingers all the way to the webbing. Pull the knuckles down. Bend into your front knee. Turn away from the chest. Opening the throat. Curling the head back. Finding that strength. This throat and the solar plexus are so connected. We're in a place of courage. You believe in yourself. You speak your truth. Take another deep breath in. And release the hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands float down towards the mats. Find yourself in a high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin towards the mat. Ashta Namaskar. Point the feet back. Inhale, roll up to a cobra, lifting the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes. Hips to the heels, and as we inhale, lift the hips high towards the sky. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, out through the mouth. Stick out the tongue like a lion. One more. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose if you can touch. step that foot lightly forward. Open up the back foot so we can come into side angle. We can bring that left elbow onto the left knee. And again, don't put all your weight on it. You want to use the elbow to press the skin back. Take this right hand onto your hip and move the shoulder back. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And then take this hand, stretch it back towards your right foot. And then sweep it across the earth, over the ear. Stay here and breathe. This front hip, you want to tuck it underneath you. Let your belly move with your breath. Now, if you want to, float this bottom elbow off the bottom leg. If you want to, you don't have to. If you want, you can extend it. Find that strength for your body. Find the strength in your legs. This is how we find our true expression. Finding that inner strength. Take one more deep breath. And inhale, come up. The feet are ready for warrior two. Open the hands and palms face towards the sky. Pull them back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Like left arm under right. Garidasana arms, you can hold them to opposite shoulder. Pull the hands away from your face, show your shoulder blades back. Big breath in. Then as we exhale, you can move your head slightly back as you fold in, head down towards the mat. Find your breath. Slow it down. 2 more big breaths here. 1 more. And find strong legs, strong feet. Press into the feet. Come up with a straight spine, lifting the elbows up. Look towards your front knee. Lift up the back heel so you can lift the arms. Then release the hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands down towards the mat. Step back to high plank. Big breath in here. Then exhale, knees, chest, chin. Ushta Namaskar. Slither forward like a snake through the grass. Roll your shoulders up. Press into your hands. Cobra. Bring your big toes to touch, knees apart, child's pose. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Walk the hands towards the right side of the mat. You're going to bend the left elbow, place that left hand flat, and place the right palm on top of that. So prayer twisting pose, if you will. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Think about chin away from your chest. Take 2 or 3 more deep breaths like that. Tops of the shoulders roll up and back. 1 more. Release the hands down and then walk the hands across to the opposite side. So that right elbow comes all the way across. Place the elbow down. To bend the elbow and the hand. You flex the hand, press the left palm on top of that. Prayer position. Hands coming towards the center of your heart. Think about your spine, nice and long. Don't just drop your head to your bottom shoulder here. Keep your head elevated. You're trying to lift the chin up and towards the sky. Press into that bottom elbow. Top hand presses into the bottom hand. Spiraling through the spine. Take 2 more big breaths. And 1 more. Release all of that. Bring the hands down in front of you. You're going to slither forward onto your tummy. Hands straight up in front of you from your shoulders. Nose towards the mat. Inspire your feet. So you bring your feet together. Look straight down towards the ground. Find your breath in your body. Squeeze the chin to your chest. You can find the hairline on the mat. Let's do 10 deep breaths here. To be in absolute devotion to our higher self as we walk on this path of liberation, knowing that in every way we walk with great expression. By delivering our true self to the world, we're doing our part in the world, we're living into our purpose. So let us be in this place of devotion to all that is within, and all that is without. Take another 2 big breaths in. Find your heart rhythm, your heartbeat. Still looking down towards the ground. Bring your hands flat to the mat. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift your chin, your chest. Exhale, come all the way down. Again, inhale, lift the chin and chest. Pressing into the hands. Exhale, coming down. Do that 2 more times. Press into the hands. Inhale, lift your chin, your chest. Exhale, coming down. One more nice high cobra like this. Press into your hands. This time, stay up. Again, chin away from the chest. Slowly start to bend the knees, bring the hips towards the heels. Child's pose. And then gently begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. You can curl your chin into your chest. Sitting on your heels, bring your knees together. If you need to sit on something, place something under your bottom. Place the left palm up your lap and then the right palm on top of that. Tips of the thumbs touch again, creating that circle. Inhale here. Lift the chin. As you exhale, chin to chest. Again, finding that place between the fingers there. Between the thumb, that void. That nothingness. That spaciousness. Like your throat, every breath that you receive, that air floats into the body. Bring that life force energy to animate you in all ways. And floating on all the molecules of air. So little plates of silver and blue. Each one dotted with the perfect blue. And little reflections of you. You can see your reflections in each of these as they spin through the air, finding their way into your lungs. And from your lungs into your blood system. Into the cells of your body, to your bones, into all that you are. Take another deep breath. Exhale all the way around. Gently open your eyes and come a little bit further forward so you can see me. Now, if you need to sit on a blanket or a block or a cushion, I'm going to show you with different styles. So we're going to do Virasana. So this means that your hips will be on the ground between your heels. Now, if you can't do that, you can still sit on your heels, or you can take a blanket or a pillow and you can sit on the pillow, right? Come a little bit further forward so you can see. So my feet are on either side of my hips. My bottom ideally would be on the ground. Inhale, bring the arms up. Hook the thumbs, bend the elbows, lift the chin, the chest, opening the throat. Inhale, bring everything to neutral as I straighten the arms. Hook opposite thumb. Then again, exhale, bend the elbows and open the throat. Inhale, bring the head to neutral. Release the hands behind me. I'm going to point the fingers towards my feet. I'm going to press into my hands. I'm going to lift my chin and my chest. Press into my hands, softly opening the throat. Don't drop your head back. Now you can stay here. If you want to, you can come down onto your elbows. If that's in your practice, if it feels right, as you stay on your hands. Again, curling the head back. Don't drop the head back. You should be able to talk, so say something. See if you can speak. If my head's all the way back, I can't speak properly. Take another deep breath here. I'm lifting my chin and my chest. I'm pressing into my elbows. Take one more big breath here. And find your hands on the ground if they're not. And press into your hands. Lift your chin, your chest. Exhale, bring the chin to your chest. Squeeze it in. Take your hands behind your head. Just interlace the fingers or just rest the hands in the back of your head. And if your hands were water, it's like you're almost cleansing your back of your head or your back of your neck. You're just going to run your fingers down the back of your head into your heart and rest your hands just by your throat center. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, bring your head up to neutral and release the hands down. You can inhale, lift the chin as you swing your arms up towards us. Exhale, hands behind us. Fingers point towards us. Again, we're going to do the same thing. Squeeze your arms towards the midline, lift your chin and your chest. Open the throat. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want, you can come further down on your elbows. Press into your elbows, lift your chin and your chest. Again, don't drop your head back. You're opening the throat. Press into the tops of your feet. Take another 2 deep breaths here. One more. And then bring your hands flat to the mat. Lift yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Look up. Exhale, hands float down through the third eye. Touch onto the lips. Touch into the heart. Touch. Bow in. Softly release the hands to the thighs. Keep the eyes closed. And you can lift your head. You're going to move whatever you're sitting on out the way. Now I want to see if you have a blanket, a pillow. I'll show with a blanket and then I'll show with a pillow. What we're going to do is we're going to place this where it's going to go behind us. So I need to lower myself down. You can keep your feet flat on the mat. And I want this pillow to be, or this blanket to be in the lower part of my shoulder blades. And my shoulders, the top of the shoulders are going to be on whatever I'm leaning on. And then the back of my head will come down to the ground. So it's not going to be too tall. I can keep my knees bent so my feet are flat. And my knees can fall into each other. So it's a little bit of what we call a fish pose, yeah. The nice throat activation. Now you can use a towel or a blanket. You want the back of your head on the ground. So there's an opening for your throat. Your shoulders are a little bit elevated above them. You can also use a cushion. It's going to be a little bit different if the cushion is bigger. But again, I want the back of my head resting on the ground. One hand on the heart, one hand on the tummy. Listen to the sound of your breath. Not trying to do anything. This is more of a restorative posture, if you will. It's an allowing. So you've been squeezing that throat center, activating it on a physical level. Now we're opening it up, allowing spirit to come within. We're inviting in that ether. Where your hands rest on your chest, listen. Feel the vibration of your chest. If it feels right to you, you can hum to a gentle humming sound. And hum it, maybe for like another minute or so, just resting here. As you hum, feel your lips vibrating, your inner cheeks vibrating. Your teeth, your gums, your inner ears will vibrate. Once you finish your last humming, just rest for a moment. Be quiet, still. We're practicing that deep listening, not listening to our thoughts. We're listening to that unknowable, so we have no idea this. We have no idea where we are listening into, except having the intention of listening to that which is divine, that which is a higher self, that which is the ambassador of the highest light. Release your hands to the earth. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, just roll your knees to one side. Rest on your side, but you're going to roll off whatever it is that you were leaning on. And then move that out the way. Just put it to the side of your mat. Press it to the side and slowly roll back onto your spine. Pull the knees into your chest. One hand on one knee, one hand on the other, rocking gently side to side. In your lower spine, a gentle massage. And bring your spine to neutral. As we inhale, press the knees into your hands as you straighten the arms. And as you exhale, pull the elbows out to the side, pull the knees to your chest. We'll do that a couple more times. Again, to straighten the arms, we're pressing the knees into the hands. And as we exhale, bend the elbows out to the side, pull the knees in a couple more times. Straighten and bend and straighten and bend. 2 more. Moving as slow as you can go. 1 more here. Straighten. Exhale, pull the knees in towards your chest, hanging the knees, rocking gently side to side. Inhale here. Exhale all the breath out through the mouth. Again, big breath in. As we exhale all the breath out, we're going to do a little sit up and squeeze the chin to your chest. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Stay here as long as you can. Empty your breath. Squeezing chin to your chest. And then when you need to take a breath, gently, slowly bring the head back down towards the mat. You can melt your arms away from your shins. Down towards earth. Bring your feet flat towards the earth. Bring your arms over your head. And then as you exhale, bring your arms back down towards the mat. You pull your knees towards your chest. Hands flat to the mat. Do that 2 more times. We're going to inhale, bring the feet down, hands over your head. Exhale, knees towards the chest, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands over the head. Exhale, hands down towards the sides of the body. Pull the knees to the chest. And then slowly bring the feet down towards the earth. Slide one heel out, the wider edge of your mat. A little bit wider. And then to the opposite side. And slowly shuffle your shoulders towards each other. Lift your head up, bring your chin to your chest, so you're lengthening out the back of your neck, and then flop your hands open so that palms face up towards the sky. Then through your heels, you're going to lift the heel a little and try lengthen the back of your one leg and spread the toes as you do so, and then bring that heel down. Then the opposite side, you're going to lift the heel, press to the heel, lengthening through the under part of your leg, spread the toes wide open. Release that heel down towards the mat. Inhale here. And then out through the mouth with sound, just sigh the breath out. Let everything relax. Again, deep inhale. Exhale, sigh the breath out through the mouth. Stay, empty your breath. Inhale through the nose. Sigh the breath out. Empty your breath, squeezing the breath out. Stay there. Inhaling. Exhaling. Squeeze the breath out. Stay there. Empty your breath. 2 more times just at your own pace. You're going to breathe in. You're going to breathe out. You'll squeeze the breath out to stay there longer than the time that it took you to breathe in and to breathe out. One more. This time stay empty your breath for about 20-30 seconds if you can. Now if you need to breathe in, breathe in. And just rest. Let the earth receive you. All the elements within inside of you being perfectly balanced. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ether. Everything that makes you you on this path. May you stand tall in this world. May you stand on your feet. May you move. May you dance. May you sing. May you talk. May you listen. May you express yourself. And as we rest into this place, we rest into that knowing of our true self. Has always been there. From beyond birth, from our soul. And so all we're doing now is receiving. Within the essence of every word, there is a multiple layer of codes and vibrations. These affect everything around them. This has been recognized for millennia, and people have been very careful about the vibrations they have just distributed from this very commanding chakra. Since the people of Atlantis generally communicated telepathically, vocal communication and language was rudimentary. They considered the voices of their brothers and sisters to be very sacred. They honored every sound that was uttered, and they only spoke loving, positive words. In fact, there were no other words in their vocabulary. They lived in the now and only had the present tense. on saying yes to new beginnings. Our very cells respond to the thoughts we think. With every word, silent or spoken, we participate in the body's functioning. We participate in the functioning of the universe itself. If our consciousness grows lighter, then so does everything within and around us. This means, of course, that with every thought, we can start to recreate our lives. In saying yes to new beginnings, we begin to bring them forth. So very slowly and gently, you just stir from within, allowing your awareness to reawaken to the space where you lay, to this room where you are, discovering your body and your breath. Train your awareness upon your breath, feeling your inhale, experiencing that exhale, feeling the rise of your chest, the fall of your chest. And as the awareness grows more awake, command the breath to breathe a little bit stronger and deeper and more fuller. And allowing that wakefulness to gently reawaken mind and the body. With your awareness, discover your toes, your fingers, your nose, your lips, your eyelashes. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes and nose and eyelashes and lips. Allow that wiggling to move into movements, circles with the wrists. Gently start to point and flex the feet, opening the toes as wide as they can go. When you're ready, take your arms over your head and stretch the body out as long as it can go, like you're 5 years old and waking up in the morning. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, squeeze your eyeballs with the eyelids. Take another deep breath as reach. Big breath in here. And then as you exhale, curl the knees to your chest as you roll to one side of your body into a tiny, tiny pod. New beginnings, saying yes. So before you lays a path, an unwinding path, as you step deeper into that place of realizing, expressing your truest self. So in your mind's eye, visualize your true self, you. Already as you, it's already within you. See yourself brilliant, wearing the most fantastic blue, the sky blue, your throat wide open, your breath wide open, your eyes wide open. Beautiful smile upon your face. Your hair glistens in the sunlight. And see yourself standing in that truest self, expressing your divine will into the world. Keep that smile on your lips as you press your hands into the earth to lift the body back up. We'll find ourselves with our hands at the place of our heart in a comfortable seat. Thumbs rest to the sternum. Once more, discovering the breath in our body as we close our eyes to find inner sanctuary, an inward space. Press out all your breath. Let us inhale as one. As we exhale, draw chin to your chest. And in this place, offer gratitude to yourself. Gratitude to your voice. Gratitude to your expressions. Gratitude to how you show up in the world. Gratitude to all that you are. Float our thumbs to the place of our third eye, honoring that space of our inner guidance, our intuitions, always guiding us. And the light within me bows to the infinite light in each of you. Namaste. So, it's taking your time here to come back to this place where we're seated. If you want to stick around, I pulled out some cards that were blue today. They got mermaids on them. I thought that would be fun. Blue cards. At least they're blue on the back, I should say. So let us look at this place of our true self, our true expression. How can we really move into that place of our truest expression? It takes this area of communication between our throat and our solar plexus to be in that place of courage, to be in that place of standing in our true power, to feel empowered. Those messages I've been receiving is like, why do you care about what everybody thinks? Why don't you just stand in what you believe in? Why don't you express yourself in the way that you really want to express yourself instead of wondering what people would think? So there's this connection with expression through our courage, through being motivated, inspired by your inner beingness. So what is it that we need for us to each stand in our place of our truest self, our truest expression, that expression of our divine self in the world? So close your eyes, listen to your breath, breathe in, breathe out. Let us see what guidance has for us for today through the realm of the mermaids. And ta-da! Oh. It says the Tiki mermaid. I'll show you the card. See all that blue around her? So it's kind of like a tiki, like a Hawaiian tiki. But she's in the water there. So, and then there's this, actually in the background, there's this volcano in the background here that's just lit up. So there's this essence of like needing to be empowered. This needing to really bring the fire within us to do this sort of ritual, if you will, of like bringing our own inner fire up, to really be in a place of enjoying the space that we're in, to be in our true self, to be in that place of like lounging in a place of that ocean of bliss. So it feels like there's this like ritual that needs to be done, like an offering to ourselves. There's pineapple and bananas here and some fruit in front of the tiki. There's an offering to ourselves. But there's a need, this volcano, it's really small, thank goodness, it could be big, but it feels like this energy needs to be heightened, enlightened, and we're not really seeing or taking much focus on it. We need to bring a little bit more focus on what it is that needs to come from within, that needs to be sparked from within. To start to, if she doesn't look very happy here, she's kind of like looks a little bit sad in this picture, but these cards have this little bit of a sad feel to it too. But to be in this ocean of our true self, to be in that ocean of, like, sometimes she's not in the ocean, into a place of our true existence, is that we need to bring that energy within. So maybe an offering to ourselves, a ritual to ourselves, saying yes. So seeing that thing that you need to express out into the world. What is it that you need to express? Maybe it's a vocalization, maybe it's a song that you need to sing, maybe it's a photo you need to put out on social media. Maybe you can do a combination of things, but there's an expression. This is offering to you, a ritual to you, an offering to really come into a place of true belief in who you are, so that we can come into a place of really enjoying our existence. So hopefully that made sense. I'll show you the card again. So my dear ones, from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed.